I'm leaving my job after about I would say 7.5 years. And there's no knock on the job. If I'm honest, I don't know if I'll ever find a workplace that feels that much like a family. I have no complaints. I was treated with respect during my time, but I needed more. I needed something new. I emphasize integrity in everything that you do. Integrity to me being the things that you do when nobody else is watching, or at least you think no one else is watching. So for me, when I get to a point where I'm overwhelmed or burnt out with a task, or in this instance, a job, to the point where I'm now not showing up on time or giving as much effort as I have before that I know that I can, when I feel that integrity is starting to lack, slow down, I'm not showing up in the ways that I know I can, I think that's a sign. I think that's a sign to move on. Maybe I'm bored. Maybe I need a bigger challenge. But there's something in me that just tells me it's the right thing to do and I need more. The job worked for me for a time. I think we all can probably relate to that at some point, especially if you've reached that point and then you made that decision to move on. For that window, for that phase, that time in your life, it sufficed. It did what it needed to do. It covered the bills, or it funded this goal or this dream. But now I need more. At the start of the year, I decided that I was going to take on this YouTube, and I'd love to have 100,000, 500,000 subscribers. I'd love that. But sitting here today, I have 8 subscribers, and I'm pretty sure 7 of which are friends and family. And that's fine. I remember before I started, I would look at people's subscribers, and I felt it would help me weigh in on whether they were a person who should be listened to or regarded with a certain amount of respect. But as I sit here, my 3rd video with 8 subscribers, I can't wait till I have 50, and then I can't wait until I turn that 50 into 100. Something that seemed so small to me before, just even 100 people wanting to hear something that you have to say. 100 people feeling like you bring value. The first video I did, watching it back, I was cringy watching myself. It was cringy hearing myself. And then I made the second video. When I made the second video originally, I felt like it was a lot better than the first, and realized there were things in both that I could improve on, and things in both that I should build on. Things that I didn't need to necessarily eliminate, while there were things that I should eliminate. From video 1 to 2, the editing process was a lot easier. So for me, I set a goal. And there is no timeline, although I'd love for it to be by the end of this year. I'm going to do 50 videos. I'm going to do 50 videos. If at the end of those 50 videos, I still only have 8 subscribers, I can't honestly say I would be fine with that 50 videos and I didn't get 20 subscribers at least. But for me, what those 50 videos represents is growth in many different ways. So for one, recording yourself and putting yourself out there is super vulnerable. It builds on your character right there. And also there's skills that I'm developing in this as well. Because this is the 3rd video. I'm still not completely comfortable with talking to a camera right now. But I'm going to do these 50 videos. And I don't care about trying to find a niche. I do believe that most of those who have done this already and been successful, I do believe that there's some truth into just doing it and you kind of figure out what does work best for you. one of my favorite things that I've heard in this past year or two is make the goal the input. You make the goal the input, and then the output comes. You make the goal to get to the gym regularly. You make the goal to get to the gym 3 days a week, 5 days a week. You put in the work, you will get results. Make the goal the work. In the end of it all, I want financial freedom. But if I just focus on financial freedom, what really comes of that? But if I focus on one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other. So if I make 50 videos and I can get even more comfortable, video to video, get better at editing video to video, I find interesting is when it comes to the people that know me, I don't want to say it's a big deal, but it's kind of a deal to me to even tell people about any of my endeavors. So I'm telling people that, I'm about to start doing YouTube. And I would say the vast majority, it's been positive. Hey, that fits you. I think you could do it. What I learned a long time ago is it doesn't matter if 1,000 people believe in you. You have to believe in you. I have to believe in me. So for me, what can I learn on this YouTube journey? How can I grow? How can I be better? How can I bring value to other people? Anytime there's value, people come. I just need to tap into whatever that is for me, whether it's my own interests and goals that other people can relate to, or my mindset, my philosophy on life. But what I find interesting is many of these people, co-workers, family, friends, I tell them, hey, I'm about to start a YouTube. Cool, but then they have all this advice. You should do this, you should do that. I can't lie, it's a bit frustrating sometimes, because for me, my goal is to do 50 videos and improve from video to video. And I tend to ask for advice when I want feedback. I tend to get frustrated when given advice I didn't ask for. So I find it funny that some of these people will give me advice of, I should do this, you should make a video like this. But these people don't even watch YouTube to begin with. So to follow me based on being my friend is cool. But in the grand scheme, it really means nothing. My second video, I talked about lactose intolerance. I don't really need to hear your opinion about a video. Just with all due respect, follow me here. I don't need to hear your opinion about a video that's on a topic you wouldn't watch with the greatest expert making a video on it. So while I respect the feedback, you can't let what other people want of you always knock you off of your goal or vision. I want to do 50 videos, and I think the majority of those videos will be me covering certain health topics that I'm into, till I can learn how to make it more conversational while being educational. So once again, I appreciate the feedback. It's all this feedback of what you should, and you should do this and you should do that. And it's I made 2 videos, chill. I've made 2 videos. I'm interested to see at video 20 how much more comfortable I'll be in front of a camera, if I will have developed more of a consistent style, a consistent way I deliver. But this is to anybody who's starting anything new. Understand that it's a process, and don't let the outside noise cause you to doubt yourself or get off track from where you already were. You already set your targets, you already set your focus, and do what you set out to do. When I tell people I'm leaving, I find it interesting that one of the most, if not the most, asked question is,
do you have a job lined up? Do you have something lined up? What are you going to do for work?
I find it so interesting that, I think it's telling. I think it's telling, right? That you tell people you're moving on. You're going somewhere else. I'm leaving the city. I'm leaving the country. I'm leaving the state. And the first thing that comes to their mind is, what are you going to do for work? And it's not to say anything negative per se about that. It's just, look at the state of our minds as a society. When a person's stepping out on a leap of faith because they just feel drawn to move on, discover and experience something new. And I feel like it's our boxed, anxiety, fear-based mentality where we're like,
oh no, what are you gonna do for the time being while you leave here? How are you gonna make money? What are you gonna do for work?
it's a little bit sad. And once again, it's not a knock on anybody who thinks like this. It's just telling, like, because I just don't think that'd be my first response. Maybe, what are you gonna do? What are your plans? Yes, there have been people who've asked that, but I just find it very interesting how many people whose first question was based off of what I would be doing basically to get a paycheck. I'm sure it's coming from a thoughtful place, but once again, it's telling. I was telling a coworker today who asked me this question. He's like, are you gonna go into a different field or whatever? I was like, I applied to a couple places, similar industry. But I was trying to let him know that it doesn't matter where I work, what my job title is. There's something in me, unless that job was paying me six figures, if I'm getting $200K a year, then maybe I'll change my tune. Otherwise, there is no 9 to 5. I'm going to be working and looking forward to retiring there. I don't really care about a job's 401k. I don't really care about the benefits. This is just me being honest. Any job that I do, for me, is just a stepping stone towards financial freedom. This job will fund my dreams. This job will fund my investments. This job will help me build on my character, my resume as a human being, my experience, my skill set. Anywhere I work right now, it's just like a holding place while I work on building my own business.
What do you want to do?
I want financial freedom. So if that came with selling t-shirts, if that came with writing a book, if that came with selling soap, I would do any of those things, but I would make sure any endeavor I set out on was backed with integrity. So me, I don't use soaps with parabens and SLS in it. So I wouldn't make that product myself and sell it. If I sold clothes, I would probably choose an eco-friendly route. If I chose supplements, it'd be a supplement I believed in. I want to impact and influence the world positively. How I do that could be many things. But one thing I can promise you is I'm not gonna back anything I don't believe in or wouldn't follow, practice, or use myself. So I'm leaving my job, the best job I've ever had. The best job I've ever had as far as the management and the family atmosphere, the respect and the love I received. I'm not sure I will ever receive from anywhere else. If they could fund my life where I would be financially free, I'd never leave. I have nothing but respect for all of those people. See, in that situation, I was comfortable. It was safe. Stepping out here is unknown. I don't have a job lined up. But I can tell you truthfully, I am not worried. I am not worried at all. Life is an experience, so experiment. Take chances. And I just know that this is the right move for me right now. And I also know that, if it came down to it, I could always come back. But for right now, I have to get out of my comfort zone. And I'm excited. I'm very excited. Like I said, I've only done 2 videos, but I've enjoyed the process. I feel like I've grown from it, and I'm excited about this video. I'm excited about the next video. I have a bunch of other topics lined up that I hope I can create them and they bring value to people, and I just hope it's a great video. But too many times in the past I've been a perfectionist, and it's just caused me to procrastinate, waiting to do the perfect thing. So here I am. I don't know if you can tell, I moved my bed and everything out. So it's the last of the Mohegans. I'm down to a pallet on the floor, waiting till my last day to move out of this place. Stepping out on faith. It's Mitchunderstood. Like this video, subscribe, and join me on this journey. Can't wait to see where I am a year from now.